wasn't cool. Me and his brother weren't the best of friends. You gotta understand, like I'm gonna have friends that my mama ain't gonna like. I'm gonna have friends that my brother's not gonna like.
If the demonstrate for hustle, that's what I'm telling you. Don't come over here. Don't come over here trying to be. Then guess what? Go do something and come back. Don't get cracking and come back. That's what I said, bro.
The way Blacc Sam conducted himself that day kind of reminded us of what Nipsey was doing on the day that he died.
Because that would have been the wrong person. Something definitely would have happened. And what was crazy about it, Sam was gonna be there for a while. So a dude actually had time to leave, prep, set up, mount up.
Okay, y'all, it's looking real scary out here for Blacc Sam. Like, real scary. This man has always been the type to move in silence, keep his head low, and protect Nip's legacy from the shadows. But lately, he's been stepping into the spotlight more and more, and that's bringing heat from all directions. At first, it looked like good press, you know, Sam pushing the marathon brand, making power moves in Nipsey's name and honoring the legacy. But let's be real, fame like that always comes with a dark side. The more visible you get, the more enemies start watching. And ever since Big U's name popped back up in headlines after that arrest, the streets are buzzing again. And even though Sam never said Big U's name, chilly, the implications were loud.
But there was a lot of big politics getting into it with certain people. You know, Hustle had DJ Khaled in the hood, and Hustle frontline that. And you know, we felt like certain people didn't like that.
And trust, when someone hints like that, the streets hear it. Not just Big U, other Crips are peeping Sam now. Jealousy, pride, street politics. It's a recipe for disaster, especially when we all know that envy played a huge role in what happened to Nip. Sam's not just Nip's brother anymore. He's a millionaire businessman standing at the front of the empire. That alone puts a fat red target on his back. And the way he's been moving lately, it's fearless. Like that wild scene at the Marathon Burger grand opening in LA.
You gotta go, bro. You got you. Come on. You gotta go, bro.
Nobody really knows what sparked it, but one thing was clear. Blacc Sam was done playing nice. He straight up told everyone, if you didn't stand up for Nip when it mattered, then you don't belong near us. Fake love was not getting served with those fries, okay?
If the demonstrate for hustle, that's what I'm telling you. Don't come over here. Don't come over here trying to be. Then guess what? Go do something and come back. Don't get cracking and come back. That's what I said, bro.
Even when Rockstar tried to play it cool and explain himself, Sam shut it down publicly, told him to get to stepping on camera.
Ain't nobody disrespected, bro, in my prison. I'm on the internet. When you see that internet shit, when you see it, you know when my heart is. When you see it, get cracked. I can't tell. You know what's happening. I can't tell. No.
Rockstar later tried to save face, said he still respects Sam and Nip, but you could tell he was hurt, said the way it went down was out of pocket. But look, when it comes to Nip's name, Sam ain't letting anyone slide.
I just want to say I got love for Sam, I got love for Nip, I got love for the family. I ain't got no hate in my heart, ain't no hatred in my heart at all. My heart pure. Yeah, do I want my fade? Yeah, for how I did it? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like it was out of pocket. But after that, we can shake hands, whatever, or we ain't never got to talk again. However, whatever it's got to be, it's got to be.
And while fans were split, some felt Rockstar had it coming, others were like, yo, this could have gone left real quick. The scene reminded people of Nip's final day, standing his ground in a public spot, calling someone out, not knowing they were plotting. One wrong person in that crowd and Sam might have never walked out of there. That's how real it is. But Rockstar ain't the only one Sam's had beef with. Let's talk Brick Baby. This man is still publicly friends with Eric Holder, the dude who killed Nip. Let that sink in. And Blacc Sam, he was not about to let that fly. Brick Baby admitted it himself. He said it was all action, no talking, when Sam pulled up and pressed him. Sam basically hit him with, you rockin' with the dude who took my brother's life? Then you ain't rockin' with me. And Brick? He didn't even deny it. Said Holder saved his life once, so he still considers him a friend. Said, what you want me to say? I'm loyal. But that loyalty came with a cost, and it created another line Sam refuses to cross. But now karma's circling back. Brick Baby is locked up, and guess who's reportedly in there with him? Big. U Blacc Sam and Big U's beef runs deep, and it's been brewing for years. Even Big U himself said it. Me and Sam, we were never cool, period. He tried to play it off like it was just family politics, but we all know it was deeper than that. Even during the short truce between Nip and Big U, Sam never folded. He never trusted Big U, never wanted him around, and always rode for his brother. That loyalty, it's unmatched. Let's rewind to when Nip dropped You Don't Got a Clue. As soon as that track hit the streets, Big U allegedly rolled up on him with backup, ready to press him. Not just to talk, but to discipline him. In street terms, that ain't just a convo, that's a straight up threat. They rolled up thinking Nip would back down. Big U even threw water at him like it was about to get physical, said they were gonna get down, but Nip stood tall, wasn't flinching, and just when things were about to pop off, Blacc Sam stepped in. Sam made it crystal clear his brother wasn't going anywhere. Told Big U, you not from the hood? Cool, but my brother, he's not leaving with you. He drew a line and dared anyone to cross it, and then came the other confrontation, worse than the last. Big U and Nip got into a full-blown fight. Sources say Big U got the upper hand and even knocked Nip out. That could have been the end. But Sam wasn't having it. He ran inside, grabbed his gun, and fired warning shots in the air to shut it down. Everyone froze. Cops were right across the street. They saw the whole thing go down and arrested everyone. But even with all that drama, even after Nip was taken away from this world, Blacc Sam still hasn't changed his stance. And this is where things get dark. During a sit-down on Big Boy TV, Sam dropped some cryptic bombs, said there were big politics with certain people behind the scenes. Everyone watching knew exactly who he meant, Big U. He even mentioned how Nip bringing DJ Khaled to the hood for that hire video caused drama. Apparently Big U didn't like that Nip was moving without him, so what did he do? Allegedly sent a gang of Rollin 60 cess to press Nip. But Nip, being Nip, stood firm. He wasn't backing down from anyone. That moment right there, it showed just how deep the cracks were. Nip was trying to bring the hood together. Bloods, Crips, everyone. He had a vision. That's why he collabed with YG A Blood to prove that unity could exist in the middle of chaos. But that vision, it clashed hard with Big U's mindset. Nip was breaking rules that had been in place for decades. He wasn't just another artist. He was revolutionizing how the hood saw itself. And for some, that made him a target. So now Blacc Sam, carrying that same vision, standing firm, refusing to fall in line, is walking that same dangerous path. People are genuinely worried. Because the Rollin 60s, they don't forget, they've been linked to too many violent deaths, especially people close to Nip and Sam. Let's talk about Fats. Stephen Giles Fats Donaldson, Nip's childhood friend, is day one. He was murdered in a drive-by in 2017, and people still whisper that Big U might have had something to do with it. Apparently, Fats confronted Big U after he tried to run up on Nip. Rumor has it, Fats knocked Big U out cold in front of everyone. And just 1 week later, Fats was gone. Then there's Sandman Oos, a first-gen Eritrean American who grew up deep in Rollin 60s territory. His family and Nip's family, super close. They were practically brothers. Before Nip ever got that big push from Unique Music and Big U, it was Sandman who was being developed as the next big thing. He had bars, he had charisma, and the hood was watching. But then, he was ambushed. Shot 9 times through his windshield. Colon, liver, both lungs, shoulders, neck, you name it, it got hit. But somehow, he survived. Coma for 26 days. 8 surgeries, he bounced back. Rebuilt. Started working with Nip again. They were plotting his rise, but in 2012, on Crenshaw Boulevard, just blocks from Big U's studio, Sandman was killed. 26 years old, gone. At first, people pointed fingers everywhere, but court docs later revealed that earlier that day, there was a fight between some 43 gangsters and the 40s at McDonald's. A dude named Oliver got punched and came back an hour later shooting over a car roof. That bullet hit Sandman. What made people side-eye the case even more? Oliver texted someone after saying he had to leave LA, and a week later, changed his number. 2 months later, arrested. He got 50 years to life, but street whispers said otherwise. They said Sandman wasn't even part of that fight, that his name never should have been in it. And if that's true, then who really wanted him dead? People started connecting dots. First Fats, then Sandman, now Nip, and now Sam? It's a pattern that's too twisted to ignore. And then comes the wildest part. One of the biggest reasons Big U even got locked up recently? Allegedly, murder. And not just any murder. He's accused of killing one of his own artists, Rayshawn Young Judah Williams. Let's break this down. Rayshawn wasn't just some kid from the neighborhood. He lived with Big U at one point. Big U was his football coach. When Rayshawn got hurt and lost his college football dreams, he turned to music, and Big U, he backed him. But then, Rayshawn allegedly stole a chain from Big U's son, got kicked out the house. And even after that, Big U still helped him record, until the diss track dropped. Rayshawn posted a song calling Big U a bro who made some money and even said, "This song could get me killed." He talked about being shot in the face with a .38 revolver that wouldn't leave a trace.
Referring to Big U as bro that makes some money, and that unnamed rapper may get shot in the face for thinking that his use of the studio and representation by Unique Music is funny.
Just 5 days later, Rayshawn's body was found in a ditch in Vegas, shot in the face.
But the track was eerie given what happened next. Just days later, the rapper was shot in the face.
That eerie track suddenly felt like a prophecy. Court docs say Big U's label flew Rayshawn out to Vegas to work on music. They booked him an Airbnb, scheduled studio sessions, and said, "We're building dreams." But what happened next? A nightmare. Rayshawn missed a session, said he had no ride. The next day, he went to the studio with Big U and his associate Sylvester Robinson. What happened inside? No one knows for sure. But hours later, things went silent. Rayshawn was seen on surveillance grabbing his suitcase, getting into a car, and then he vanished. His body was later found dumped near Interstate 15. Police say Big U's phone stopped pinging after midnight. Witnesses said he came back to the studio around 3 a.m., drenched, looking like he'd just worked out. But was it sweat or something else? Then it got messier. Big U allegedly had someone delete the studio surveillance footage, wiped evidence. Witnesses said he removed recording gear that might have shown exactly what went down. He even had someone drive his car and stay at his house to trick the police in case they were watching. But that's not all. Now people are whispering about a whole new motive. They say Rayshawn might have had a secret, one that could have destroyed Big U's world. Word is, Rayshawn was allegedly involved in a relationship with Big U's son, Deion Henley, the NFL player who made it to the Chargers. Back in their football days, Rayshawn and Deion were tight, real close. And some say it may have been more than friendship. Of course, folks like Wack 100 have come out strongly denying that. Said he's known Deion since he was a kid. Never saw anything that hinted at that. Still, rumors don't die in the streets. If Rayshawn was in a position to expose something that sensitive, especially involving someone like Big U, it might explain everything. People are saying it wasn't just the diss track, that was the excuse, the cover. But the real reason? Control, power, secrets. If Rayshawn had something over Big U, something that could have shattered his rep, his influence, his image, then silencing him wasn't just personal, it was survival. And now, with Blacc Sam standing on 10 toes, speaking truths, refusing to bow down, people are terrified he might be next in line. Because history's been repeating itself in the most chilling ways. Fat spoke up, gone. Sandman gained momentum, gone. Nip stood his ground, taken. Rayshawn dissed the wrong man, murdered. And now, Blacc Sam, who's done all of the above and more, is standing tall in front of the same storm. The question ain't, is he brave? The question is, will he survive it? Because when you're surrounded by the same enemies who erased the ones you loved, every move becomes a risk. And Blacc Sam? He's not running. He's not hiding. But we just hope he's not next.